All right, with me now in the studio is the Honorable Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale. You're welcome to Weekend File.
Thank you. Good
All
evening.
right, yeah. Now, what could have given rise to cough syrup abuse in the country? It's not been this much, but for now, it has become a source of concern, not just to Nigerians, but to government.
Thank you so much for your question. I think the real issue is not the cough syrup, but the codeine inside the cough syrup. And the cough syrup provided young ones and potential addicts with the codeine that they really deserve to or desire. And I think this is due to a multiplicity of factors, societal challenges, unemployment, boredom, curiosity, the age of the social media, and peer pressure. And so all these contribute into making this really a challenging problem for us as a nation.
All right, now, about 2 weeks after the federal government had banned the production, the importation and distribution of codeine cough syrup that contain codeine. Now, would you say that that's been successful? A number of people have also spoken against the ban, saying that some other issues are not considered before the ban.
Well, I think people only consider the ban as the only thing that we've done. Over the years, we've not relented in our effort to address this problem. For over a year, we've been engaging drug distributors. I've visited Aba, visited Onitsha, visited Lagos, settled quarrels, and I've been in touch with the governor of His Excellency, the governor of Kano State, with the intention of regulating drug distribution in the major centers. And the original deadline was 1st of January 2018. But after a lot of pleading and a lot of consideration, we decided to extend this ban finally. And we assured the drug distributors that by midnight, 31st of December this year, we'll put a lid. And anyone found distributing drugs outside the designated centers, we will deal with them.
Now, codeine is an opiate, and it's also a medicinal.
Correct.
Legally speaking,
correct.
It's medicinal.
Correct.
Now, the ban of cough syrups that contain codeine, yes, but are there not other cough syrups that contain other substances that could have the same quality of opiates that could also be intoxicating?
Well, the thing about the cough syrup, there are two sides to it. You either have the expectorant without the codeine or the suppressant with the codeine. What is worrisome to us is that the consumption far outweighs the need in the country. And we do not have a cough epidemic in this country. So why are we taking so much of the cough syrup? Secondly, if you could remember, some years back, the former Minister of Health, late Professor Olukoya Ransom-Kuti, banned or in fact ordered the withdrawal of cough syrup from the essential drug list. Because according to him, you do not need cough syrup to manage cough. You need to look at the cause of the cough, make a diagnosis, and treat appropriately. And suppressing the cough might not even be the appropriate thing to do. But you see, people react in this country. For some years, the cough mixture was over-the-counter thing. Anybody could just go there and pick one. But then by 2013, it was reclassified as a prescription-only drug. And I think this is the catch. If a drug is for prescription only, then it's not supposed to be freely available. And that's why we are looking at the issue of the production, we are looking at the issue of the distribution, and we're also looking at how is it distributed along the line. So all these we are looking at. But before we did the ban, we looked at the distribution. We trained over 1,600 people to detect and manage these challenges. We designated 11 of our tertiary institutions as treatment centers. We're working with many of the state governments in the area of rehabilitation. The ban came because we felt whatever we are doing needed to be upscaled. And you see, for us, you want a dry ground, but you left the tap open. The field will remain wet indefinitely. So what we've done is to close the tap. We suspended the license. We will no longer give you license to bring in codeine. And if you do not have the license, I wonder what would then put in the codeine. And we're also making a lot of other recommendations. The committee will not just relent that we set up in January will not just look at the ban, we're also looking into other issues, the issue of advocacy, education. We're looking at managing those who are already addicted and have withdrawal symptoms. We're looking at the issue of monitoring and also making sure that the relevant agencies work together and strengthen their capacity to do their job.
Now, working together is key to this, because the rehabilitation of drug-related illnesses is one area Nigeria is lagging behind. From some of the reports that we watched now, we discovered that we don't have any well-equipped rehab center across the nation.
Well, I think that would be too general a statement to make, that we do not have any. That's not true. We may not have enough, but we have. And what we need to do is, one, I think as a nation, we need to appreciate what we have. We need to upscale it. We need to have more. And I can tell you the governors' wives are very active and have been encouraged by the reaction of many of our state governments. They're taking it on as a major challenge because we need to save the future of this country. And what is also interesting is the wife of Mr. President is driving some of these initiatives.
Okay, there was this report that some pharmaceutical officers in some companies are also, colluding with the drug dealers to give them even the raw codeine, not even the one in the syrup itself. And if that is true, what are you doing in this connection? Because, of course, I know you're working also with the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria.
Oh, yeah. In fact, the original recommendation to set up the codeine and other related matters working group came from the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria. So we're working together. What we need to do is strengthen enforcement and monitoring of these outlets. And if we do this, we will stem the tide. Let me also say clearly, codeine is not the only drug that is abused. There are many others. And that's why we label the committee codeine and other related matters. So it's not just codeine. I will soon come out big on tramadol. Anywhere we find it, we'll seize it.
All right, now that these legal impediments, among other problems viewed by observers, has been responsible for Nigeria's inability to have full control of this phenomenon. Is that
legal
true?
Impediment?
Is that true?
No, I'm not aware of any legal impediment. There's none. When the committee submitted its report, we sought for legal advice, and the legal opinion was favorable, that the Honorable Minister of Health can ban the issuance of license, can also, in fact, stop the manufacturing outlets from really producing this medication.
Now, there are other substances like tramadol and others, that are also part of the drugs that are being abused. Are you doing anything in that regard?
Well, that's why I said we're looking beyond just codeine. The abuse issue is, abuse of drugs is a global phenomenon. We're working with the UN Agency for Drug Control, so we are not working alone. And people assume that, oh, codeine abuse is prevalent in the north, is a national problem. But what we've also noticed is that farmers abuse tramadol. They take it to beat pain, they take it to energize themselves and to keep on working and doing their manual work. So a lot of drugs are abused. And you'll be surprised to find out that apart from the normal 50 milligram medication, we have 250, 500 being important to the country. But I can assure you, anywhere we locate this, we'll seize them.
Now, what other measures would you consider are necessary to reduce the spread of this abuse?
I think one of the things we need to do is to engage our young ones on a continuous basis, strengthen homes, partner with civil society organizations. We're partnering with the entertainment industry, the National Orientation Agency we're partnering with. So it's going to be a multi-sectoral type of collaboration because we can't do it alone in the health sector.
All right, Professor Adewale, I would like to thank you for finding time to be a part of this program. And it's a very, very important topic that we have to treat
quite
tonight.
agree with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I have been speaking with the Honorable Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale. He's also a medical doctor. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away because we will return in a moment.